Donald J. Trump. The J stands for just literally name anything after me. I like money. A man who, even before his presidency started, signed his name on over 150 business ventures. A signature that looks slightly like his heart rate, I would assume. And some of these can definitely trump what he did in office. We're going to go through 1 to 150 from least questionable to most questionable. So let's start with the Trump Towers, probably his most famous ventures. There's 23 of these. There's 7 that are currently standing. One in New York City, one in Sunny Isle Beach, Florida, Kolkata, India, Philippines, Turkey, and 2 more in India. It's a bit surprising that there's only 2 in America, but there are 2 more in development, 1 more in India, and another one is in Uruguay. Lastly, there's that one Trump Tower in New York that got rebranded in June of 2022 due to just reasons. So where's the other 13? Well, those are Trump Towers that were in project but never got developed. Those were in Russia, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, and then Georgia the country, 1 more in India, Denver, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Texas, another one in Florida, and 1 in Washington, and 1 in California. So more than half of these were never developed, but that's fairly common, I guess, in the business world. Let's move on to plazas. There are only 4 plazas. One's in Jersey City, another one in New Rochelle, 1 in New York City, and there was a Trump Plaza at West Palm Beach, but there is no more. Okay, now let's rapid fire some of his other buildings. The Trump Tower building in New York City, Trump Bay Street in Jersey City, New Jersey, Trump Hollywood, a 41-story condominium tower in Hollywood, Florida, Trump Park at Trump Park East, Manhattan, Trump Park Avenue in Manhattan, Trump Park Residence, Yorktown, New York, Trump World Tower in New York City, Daewoo Trump World apartment brand in South Korea. That is the first one that I would actually care to visit because it sounds kind of cool. And now let's go over the ones that are no more or were cancelled. The Dominic, a hotel condominium complex in New York City, formerly called the Trump Soho. The license deal was ended after 2017. Then we have Riverside South Manhattan, Trump Place Manhattan, which was rebranded in 2016. Park Stamford, a condominium building previously called Trump Park Stamford. Paradox Hotel, formerly called Trump International Hotel and Tower. Okay, that's all of them that existed. Now let's move on to the ones that never existed. We have Elite Tower, formerly known as Trump Plaza Tower and Trump Elite Tower in Israel. Trump Condominium in Charlotte, North Carolina, which was announced in 2007, but it was cancelled a year later before construction. Trump Hotel in Rio de Janeiro, Trump Las Olas Beach Resort, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Trump Ocean Resort in Baja, Trump on the Ocean on Jones Beach in New York, Trump Tower in Europe, a project by T.D. Trump in Germany, and probably one in the worst possible taste, the Trump Twin Towers, which was a nickname proposed for a twin building after the collapse of the Twin World Trade Center. He wanted to basically build in the same place, just rebuild them with his name on it. Yeah. Now that we're done with some of the real estate, let's take a sip of our Trump Ice, which is a water brand started by Trump. Tastes like corruption. And take a sip of that in our openly white supremacist suites of the Trump Hotel, which there are 15 of. Probably the most famous penis-shaped hotel is in Chicago. Then there is one Chubb in Honolulu and some lengthy boys in New York and Las Vegas. Then there are 4 former towers. One is in Toronto, now known as the St. Regis. One in Panama, which is known as the Marriott now. One in Vancouver, which filed for bankruptcy. And the last former Trump hotel, which was the Old Post building in Washington, D.C. This is probably one of the most beautiful buildings I have ever seen in the US. And now, favorite rapid fire on the canceled projects. Trump International Hotel and Residence in Phoenix, Trump International Hotel and Tower in Baku, Trump International Hotel and Tower in Belgrade, Trump International Hotel and Tower in Dubai, Trump International Hotel and Tower in Fort Lauderdale, Trump International Hotel and Tower in New Orleans, and lastly, the Trump Hotel Rio de Janeiro in Rio de Janeiro. And we are not even halfway there, so let's refresh ourselves with the Trumptini, which is a Trump martini with a little lemon wedge. It's kind of cute. And let's move on to the most boring way to put a ball inside of a hole and the worst fucking place to bury your wife. Golf courses. there are 20 of them. Trump International Golf Club, West Palm Beach. Trump National Doral Miami Golf Club and a Resort. Trump National Golf Club in New Jersey. Trump National Golf Club in Charlotte, North Carolina. Trump National Golf Club in New Jersey, another one. Trump National Golf Club in Hudson Valley in New York. Trump National Golf Club, Jupiter, Florida. Trump National Golf Club, Los Angeles. Trump National Golf Club, Philadelphia. Trump National Golf Club in Washington, D.C. Trump National Golf Club in Westchester, New York. Trump Golf Links in Ferry Point, New York. And now we have to fly across internationally. Trump International Golf Course in Dubai, Trump World Golf Course in Dubai, Trump International Golf Links and Hotel in Ireland, and one more, Trump Turnberry in Scotland. And lastly, let's move on to the ones that failed to provide excitement to sad old white men. We have Trump International Resort and Golf Club in Bali, and one more is in Lido. And there was one more that never came to fruition, which was a Trump International Golf Club in Puerto Rico. Bada bing, bada boom, we are done with that, and it's time to get addicted to flashing lights and alcohol in a Trump casino, which in my research, I couldn't find one that was actually running. They're all former, so let's quickly name those off. Trump Taj Mahal, a casino and hotel in Atlantic City, which was closed in 2016. Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City. Trump World Fair at Trump Plaza in Atlantic City. And Trump Castle in Atlantic City, which is now Landry's. There's also Trump 29 Casino. Trump Casino in Gary, Indiana, now Majestic Star number 2. And then Trump Club Privé Casino in St. Vincent. And to finish the casinos off, let's look at ones that were cancelled. Trump Riverside North Casino and Hotel in St. Louis, Trump Motor City Casino and Hotel in Detroit, and Trump Flamingo, Kansas City, United States. And now we're actually getting into the fairly lame territory. In the US, we have Donald J. Trump State Park, which was donated by Trump and located on land that he owns. Then we have Trump Drive in Kalispell, Montana, President Donald J. Trump Highway, which is a section of Route 287 in Oklahoma. Then we have the Donald J. Trump Justice Complex in Leon County, Nevada. Those are all the ones in the US, but interestingly enough, there are many more internationally. We have Trump Avenue in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, Donald J. Trump Boulevard in Kamez, Albania, United States Square in honor of Donald Trump in Jerusalem, Israel, unsurprisingly, and then Donald Trump Square in Petah Tikva in Israel. And then there's two more buildings. One is Trump Station in Jerusalem, and then Trump Heights in Israel. We are so close, yet so far from the finish. There are two games that Trump made. One is Trump's Real Estate Tycoon, which is a mobile or old computer game, which kind of works like any other real estate game. You build your empire, and that's kind of it. And then there's a board game, Trump the Game, which is $99 on Amazon. I would be absolutely willing to play it. I love board games, so if anyone wants to donate $100 for me to buy this game, I'm up for that. What actually is really fun about the Trump the Game, the board game, is that it paints Trump in this really scummy and kind of violent way on how he wants to get to the top, and he will do anything. There's really funny cards in it, and I cannot wait to play it.
Trump the Game from Milton Bradley.
I think you'll like it.
Mr. Trump's proceeds from Trump the Game will be donated to charity.
Yeah. Let's move on to Trump Magazine. It was just a failed magazine, but now it's time for fun. Food and drinks time. Separately from the Trumptini and Trump Ice, we also have the Trump Footlong, which was a wiener chain, now known as the Wiener Circle. Man, these jokes just write themselves, don't they? We also have the Trump Golden Ale, which is now known as Chinga tu peo, which translates to fuck you hair, which is funny because it means the rabbit, but it also literally means his hair. There's also Trump Steaks, of course, and Trump Vodka, which I would really like to try if anyone wants to donate the $500 that it goes for. And while Trump is definitely an animal himself, there are actually 3 animal species named after him. First, we have the Neopalma Donald Trumpy, which is a moth clearly named for a reason. We have the Dermophis Donald Trumpy, which is not a species yet, it's just proposed. Probably my favorite one is the Tetragramma Donald Trumpy, which is a fossil of a sea urchin, quite literally described as a type of a prickly bottom feeder. And lastly, we have my favorite, Trumpy the Bear, which I would love if he used him more during his office, because I think it was absolute. Imagine him sitting in his little chair. That would be great. It sells for $59 on Amazon. That is a bargain. And now we're getting into the very questionable and fun categories. We have the Donald J. Trump Foundation, which was a charity organization that failed because of legal reasons. That doesn't surprise me. Then there's the Donald J. Trump Signature Collection, which was a clothing line by Macy's, which was shut down after many trials and his comments on Mexican workers. We have GoTrump.com, which was a travel website which now directs you to the Lincoln Project. Stay strong. And just when you thought you can get the thick god himself to sponsor your biking event, there's Tour de Trump, which is like Tour de France but just in New York. We also have Trump Network, which is a literal pyramid MLM scheme that sold vitamins. There's Trump Office, which was a furniture brand launched by Staples. And let's not forget Trump University, which wasn't actually accredited university. It was more of a couple of seminars. And I would honestly call it a scam. There's also Select by Trump, which was a line of coffee drinks. Then there's actually also Trump Drinks, which was a line of energy drinks for people in Israel and Palestine. I just don't understand this marketing at all. We have Trump Chocolate, which I would absolutely try once again. Trump Home, which was a high-end furniture company. And we have Trump Production, which produced bangers such as The Ultimate Merger and The Apprentice. And the last four are Trump Cologne, Trump Model Management, which Melania actually worked for before she became the least powerful woman in America. There's also Trump Shuttle, which was an airline company. And lastly, Trump Mortgage. Please let me know which one you thought was the craziest, and thank you for watching.